Okay, I'm making this video for you. If you are the kind of person who has an important message you want to get out there to the world, and yet sometimes when you're live on camera, your brain goes all crazy and you can't think of what you really want to say. What my intention is for all of us to be able to be live on camera, say what we want to say, walk away from that feeling going, yes, that is exactly what I wanted to say. And that's how I wanted my message to come across to other people. Wouldn't that be awesome? So there are two things I'm going to share with you today that really served me on my first acting job. Now, I have been coaching people with presentation skills for a long time, but when I was live on stage, I had to kick it up a notch and I really had to be focused. Like, what helped me so much was to breathe. And I know you've heard that before, and I had too, but I took it to another level. It's like I was really breathing. I felt my ribs go out in the back. I felt the breath go all the way down to my toes, and I felt each vertebrae of my spine. And believe me, I was so scared. I had to deliberately do this before I went on stage. And it's going to help you too before you see that live button go off on your computer screen. So really take the time to breathe deeply, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, make sure you are fully inhabiting your body. Okay, the second thing I did on stage, I would dedicate the play every night to a different segment of people who were in the audience. And this really worked for me. I'll tell you how I did it. Okay, the first scene, I ran out on stage. I was this harried housewife with a toilet bowl plunger in one hand and a big plastic glove on my other hand. And I saw all this chaos in my living room. There was my son's jeans all over the floor and just a mess, right? So I went, before I went on stage, I would visualize to myself so that I didn't, I wasn't so self-conscious. I dedicated the play to, for example, the first night, I dedicated it to all the women who feel like they aren't being heard. I wanted to give that performance and really deliver it in a way that they felt it and they could see a way out of it. And then the next night, I would dedicate it to the women who were doing everything for everyone else, and they hadn't really taken care of their own needs. And I know there were people in the audience who could really understand that and empathize with it. And I wanted it to be as powerful as possible. I mean, it took me a long time to memorize 2 hours worth of lines, and I wanted to make the impact just like I know you want to make that impact every time you speak. And then I would dedicate it, and it really helped me so much, because nerves can get pretty crazy before the opening scene of a play. So those are two things that you can do right now, is remember to breathe, fully inhabit your body. Don't be distracted by all the different things going on around you, but just remember to breathe. And then the second thing is to remember who you're delivering that message to. Who is your audience? What do you want to impart to those people? And I go into greater depth because for a long time, I thought it was just me who had this problem. But when I was delivering speeches in Australia, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, these people are coming to me after the presentation. They're saying, I have a hard time with that too. And I realized that so many of us have this issue. And so I developed the 5-step program for how to think on your feet, say what you want in the moment. It's available on my website, PamelaZeman.com, goes into a lot more detail. And I would love to hear from you. Many times you'll go through the 5 steps and people have a particular problem with one of those steps, is what I found out. So please email me after you get this e-course and reach out to me, because I would love to hook up with you. My mission in life is to help us speak well. The people who haven't been speaking up, it's our turn to shine. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.